good. If not, let's get better. Welcome to another episode of the New Legacy Podcast Show. This is a special edition coming on a little early today, but we want to get ready for Juneteenth, which is coming up real soon. June 19th is the day we celebrate Juneteenth. You know, if you don't know what the history of Juneteenth, let me give you a little bit of history. In 1863 is when Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. And it took them 2 years in the South to find out they were finally free, to be notified they were finally free. So we celebrate that day of freedom. This is they say, celebrate Independence Day. We're going to do it on June 21st here at the Black Heritage Library and Multicultural Center. We have a lot of live entertainment set up for you. Our featured act for the evening is going to be Cleveland's own #Virgo Jazz Quartet. They ready to make it hot for this here Juneteenth celebration of 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., 817 Harmon Street, where the executive director is Mr. Jerome Gray, who will be our guest commentator for this special edition. But please come on out, enjoy, bring your family fun. We have food trucks available and other vendors to help give you information and also get this things you may like and more as you celebrate with us. And hey, today we have a special guest, Brother Blake, who is going to be performing. He's a spoken word artist. He's going to be joining us on stage. What's up, Blake? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
I'm all right. I'm doing all right. If I can't, I'm going to get better.
All right.
All right. All right, but tell us a little bit about yourself, Blake. Where you from?
I'm from Lima, Ohio. Born and raised.
Okay.
And
how long you been here in Philly? How long you been in
Philly? I've been in Philly for like 3 years now.
Yeah. How you like it?
It's all right. It's decent.
It's decent. So your spoken word is what you're focusing on right now, right? What inspired your spoken word? What made you start writing poetry or get into that realm?
See, I fight. I'm very antisocial, and I fight like depression and stuff like that. So in order for me to let my feelings out, I started writing poetry. So that's why a lot of my poems is like deep.
Okay. So when you say deep, are those emotions you share?
Emotions I share. That's how I let my emotions out.
Okay. Without having to crash out.
Without having to crash out. Yeah.
Have you ever been in that situation where you had to crash out?
Yeah, a lot of times.
A lot of times. And that, what was the feeling? What provoked you to go off?
Provoked me to go off?
Yeah.
Just feelings like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. That's why I write it in my poems.
So why don't you spit one of those, so that we can kind of.
I gotta go on my phone.
Pull it out.
I'll give y'all a sneak peek. It's called Lonely Heart. Alright, it's called Lonely Heart. And I'll read it to you guys real quick. Give y'all a sneak peek. I was going to do it at the Juneteenth, but I'll do it now.
Okay. I need to go some extra ones for Juneteenth, right?
Yeah, I got some other ones. Alright, it's called Lonely Heart. So when I say it, it says, in quiet rooms where shadows creep, a lonely heart begins to weep for dreams that fade and slip away like whispers lost at closer day. The world moves on, the pain remains, a gentle ache and endless rain. For moments gone and love that's lost, a heavy, silent, bitter cost. But even then, a light appears to dry the tears and calm the fears, to find strength we do not know, and let the seeds of hope not sow.
Okay. So when you speak on loneliness, what does that entail? When you say you're alone? You have brothers and sisters?
I mean, I got family and stuff like that. When I say alone, though, like, I'm not talking about like being alone physically with people. I'm talking about being mentally alone. Because in your head, you actually are all alone by yourself. A lot of people can't help you fight them thoughts. Can't help you fight stuff that's going in your head but yourself.
Right. So you just let them fight together. I
let them fight together, and then the way I express it is I started writing poetry.
Okay. So now you feel more freer?
I feel more free from doing that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now what do you want people to take from your poetry?
From my poetry, I want y'all to I want people to see like other people feel the same way they might be feeling. Like I want them to understand like you are, like they are heard,
Right.
When a lot of people are depressed and stuff like that, they can isolate themselves. So once they isolate themselves, they don't want to reach out to nobody else because they feel like nobody else don't care, anything like that. But people actually do care, and they should reach out.
Right. And what helped you? Was there anything that you know, when you reached out for help, did you have anybody in particular you reached out for help for?
No.
So now that you're feeling that freedom, you're feeling that heavy weight off your
Right.
back. What's the next move? What's the next step?
Next move is I want to do a poetry book.
The poetry book.
Then I want to be able to do speeches and talk to people.
Okay. Are you connecting with people that's giving you, encouraging you to?
You?
Oh, I appreciate. Oh, man, thank you.
You and then
man, stop,
that
man.
conversation I had with Jeremiah did too the other day when you had me come in and meet him and stuff like that. So we're gonna start doing some open mics together and stuff. So
So let me ask you this: have you ever been here to the center before?
no, not until you invited me over.
Oh, really? And when you walked in the center, what did you feel? What did you?
It was like a different type of energy, like a good energy. Like you know how you walk in, you feel welcome.
Uh-huh.
Like that's how I felt. Like I felt welcome when I came in.
Okay. And what about the visual? What did you see?
See, I seen a lot about our history.
And some of the stuff that you recognize some of the stuff.
Yeah, some of it, not all of it.
Not all of it.
Yeah.
So it made you more intrigued to see what else was going on.
Yeah.
So what do you want to get out of this center? What do you feel like you need to keep you going, to keep you strong, to keep you out of that lonely spirit? What can help you from this center, from this library, the Multicultural Center? What can help you?
Probably reading more books, being around people. Okay. And most importantly, like working on my poetry and stuff like that.
So you had an interest. You told me you had an interest in the workout program, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what sparked that interest?
I looked at myself in the mirror. I got a beer belly.
Sometimes that's all it takes. But and that's a good thing. Also, we based it off of knowing about certain conditions that we all may face. Heart, prostate cancer. We're talking about high cholesterol, blood pressure. We're talking about all those things that it's about men's health that we don't take into consideration until we go to doctor. And doctor, the first thing doc say is go ahead and get you some exercise. And sometimes we don't get a chance to do that. And we have a high rate of people, especially in our demographic, who are we're losing to these simple things that could be fixed just by now providing a space or a avenue. Because everybody's not ready or prepared for Planet Fitness. They might be a little intimidating, or they may not be up to that level yet. However, the case may be, we want to offer a space where you can now let me gradually get into that. You don't want to just go up in there, you just start whipping and you just tore something. So definitely, and from gathering the information that I've gathered, do you think that some of the things that you saw inside the library is now sparking some of your poetry?
Yes, definitely the ones I'm bringing on June 10th, June 19th,
June 21st,
June 21st, but for June 19th.
Well, 19th to celebrate. It's that Thursday. Yeah. We celebrate on that Saturday.
I got two very good ones for you guys.
Okay. So now you say you want to write this book. When you say you want to relate to people,
right?
Give an example of something that you may have gone through that you can learn got the biggest lesson from.
I learned the biggest lesson from?
Yeah, that you have that really just changed your whole mentality of saying, you know what, this ain't what I want no
more. A lot, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
So, in going through the situations, what was that? Enough was enough. What was that breaking point? What was that? Saying that.
Breaking point was probably like 2 years ago.
What happened?
And I tried to change. It was probably like 3. It was probably like 3-4 years ago. Might have been like no. It was in 2018. I ain't had no license and stuff like that, and I was just a bum. And I was just
doing whatever.
Yeah.
Now look at you. So now, looking back those 2-3 years ago, now what's the progression? What you got now? You got your license. You got your car.
Got my place. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep going.
So you think with the what are some of the things that you think you need now as a man? Like, you're how old?
I just turned 29 yesterday, my
29.
birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Happy belated,
Yeah,
you know. So you
thank
got, you know, get your Twinkie or something. My bad.
Got me a bottle.
I'll make you a waffle.
You broke my wallet.
Well, everybody make sure brother Blake a happy birthday. So, but I've noticed, you know, in these last couple of days, that something shifted in you. You seem more upbeat. What got you upbeat? What got you
Upbeat.
motivated, man?
But I finally get to let people feel me and hear me.
You got one more for him, man. Give him one more, man.
One more?
Give him one more. Give him one more. Let them hear you, man. Let them feel you.
Hold on, I got one more now.
Yeah, never let, you know, get discouraged and let your talents go to waste. You know, talents and skills, we all are born with them. We all have them, you know. We have to remember we are creators.
Here go one right here. It's called Soul That Cries. I start off with, I say, a soul that cries in silent night, tears unseen, out of sight, whispers soft, a meaningful attune, a heart that aches beneath the moon, lonely paths where shadows roam, seeking peace, far from home, and every tear a story told, of dreams lost and memories old. Yet in the dark, the light may gleam, a spark of hope, a distant dream. For every soul that sheds a tear, strength and growth and love appear.
That resonates. You have to rewind it. Go ahead and rewind it. But that's some words of what inspired that?
Inspired that. I was just feeling like that one day. I mean, I was feeling lonely and I just wrote it. It's just how I felt. That's how I was feeling at the moment.
Because you had no way to express yourself. Nobody understood.
Yep.
So now you feel like somebody understands you now, or getting to it.
I mean, I don't feel like anybody trying to like understand me though, but like I feel like the words I write and the stuff I do, like it's gonna touch somebody else that feel the same way. They feel like they're not understood, or they feel like they need a way out to let their feelings out because they don't know how to.
Okay.
Definitely as men, a lot of us men we hold it in because we're supposed to see us we're tough,
Mm-hmm.
and we ain't supposed to be able to run at nobody.
So a lot of the things that we got going on, you're going to be like one of those new family members.
You know,
You like the little cousin. We're going to take it under the wing and make sure we hold on to you because, like I said, I see something in you, you know, and like I said, I've seen a spark since first meeting you to now, and you coming into the center, you having conversations, and it's a great feeling. You know, it's a great feeling, and I see some great things happening. You know, like all I can say is, you know, just don't give up on the center. That's the main focus. You know, don't give up. Hold on, first of all, don't give up on yourself.
Right. Yeah, I know that part.
Yeah. But like I said, let this be a place a place where you can learn, earn, and grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Earn respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, learn. You know, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from all the books and things of that nature. All the information that should be coming across through the programs and events and things that we have in here. And you know, again, educate, appreciate, and empower.
Right.
You know, because like I said, I'm learning from you. I'm learning from you guys.
Right.
You know, you guys are educating me. You guys are appreciating me being on the show, and you guys are empowering me more to do more.
Yeah.
So I want to educate you guys on what you can do to go to that next level.
Right.
You know, you want to do this book thing. Now I have a whole business principles class that teach you the basics or the principles of getting to starting the book. Okay. You know, then we have to find getting ready to do my videos for the financial literacy. So that's a program that's we can all sit down and start understanding how to let the money work for us and not us work for the money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's time to break those generational changes
and curses.
Come on, and curses. It's that time. This is I feel like this is the generation that that the answer they've been praying a long time. Right. This is the generation that they've been prayed for. You know, and now we got to step up. And who's going to step up? Be the next leader, the next person, to raise up. Okay. You know, and if it's not for self, if it's not for if it's not for the community, but for self, how can I get to the next level to be
to be where you want to be.
Is where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? What are some of your dreams and aspirations? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I'm already growing up.
Okay, I know that's right.
But
So what do you want to do? What are some of the things you want to do?
I want to at least. I had to go to own multiple businesses. Like I said, I got my LLC for my lawn care business, so you guys can tap in with him and get my information, my number, and I can come around and mow your grass, take care of your lawn, stuff like that. And also wanted to do a moving business too, which I'm trying to get my LLCs for that. Like, there's a couple things I got down pat that I'm trying to do.
Well, my brother, I believe you're in the right place. I mean, at least get the foundation, get the fundamentals, so that you can go ahead and put your stank on it. You know, and that's one thing I'm going to teach you about the funk and stank. Now, it ain't a smell. You know, Boots and them had the smell. But the funk is about the fundamentals, understanding your natural knowledge, your natural gifts, and then being able to stand together and advance that natural knowledge, that natural gift. And how can we, like iron sharpening iron? This is, this is iron sharpening iron right here. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to get strong and wise. It's a war out there.
Yeah.
It's a war. Are you prepared for war? Not just a physical war.
It's a financial war.
Financial war, a spiritual war, mental war. Are you prepared? We be losing soldiers because they might have strength in this place, but then one place might falter. But make sure if we got something, if we got something to keep them focused with, man, give them something to look forward to. Give them some opportunity to find out that and we work that together.
Right.
Man, we can't be stopped.
Right.
That's the point we're trying to get to. We had to change the condition of being crabs in the buckets and start being more open.
And better at like, yeah.
But so man, you got me speechless, brother. You got me speechless.
Like I was bringing tears to your eyes.
Yeah, man, you just don't understand. I said the past. You look at the past and see the opportunities that you may have had.
Right.
And you look at the things you took for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're working in the present. When you finally understand what your mission and your goal is, what your assignment or what the will of God had for you. Come on. And when you find that out, and you finally accept it, that's the part.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Come on, you accepting it.
God want me to talk to y'all and help you guys do your feelings.
Come on, that's all it was.
You guys come out when y'all fighting your battles.
Exactly. That's all it is. When you finally accept, you recognize it when you're younger, but you ain't ready to do it. When you finally accept it, which is the hardest part in anything,
right?
You start getting that courage back. You start thinking about your health. Right. You start now going through the battles and you start getting them victories. You know what I'm saying? And then once you start winning those goals, you start getting that prosperity.
Right.
And then sometimes, like I said, it ain't always about money sometimes. The money gonna come if you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But it's the spiritual blessings. And when I say that, I mean about being able to speak to a brother and say, you know what, I see something in you, and now you can believe now more in yourself, and you can trust the word and say, you know what, this is where okay, like for instance, hey, I'm going to the Black Heritage. I'm gonna meet you over there. Hey, I'm coming.
Right.
And you show up. Right. Okay, I say I'm going to Bible study on Tuesday. Hey, I'm go with you. Those are the type of brothers that I can see they want more.
Yeah, they want more.
They want more. So we're gonna have a busy. So now the Tuesday workout, we got our first official student of the class, which will be tomorrow at 6:30 after Bible study. He's going to also be joining us over at the Mason Chapel Bible study at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Well, so like I said, those are the choices. And you don't have to go to everything we do, but those are the things that you say mentally, physically, and spiritually grounded. So when you go on to the next level, you don't get too high on the whole. Yeah. I used to walk around. Tell the story. I used to walk around with a mink coat on in 90-degree weather, trying to impress, trying to be fly.
Right.
What was it all for?
Nothing.
To show how wasteful and how foolish
you was.
I was. What did it make sense to buy a mink coat and it's 90 degrees outside? It's good for the winter, but you're just trying to impress. You're trying to look good for
impress everybody around you.
And the
person you should be impressing is yourself.
It's yourself. I didn't know who I had to go through that Simba, you know, the Lion King. That Simba stage where you lose your father, but you had to out in the wilderness, you had to find yourself. You had to find, now you know about the glory, the good. Now you got to go back in the hood, man, and come back to yourself and get knocked over the head with the coconuts again. Right, feet, you got to come and bop you upside the head. You got to remember who you are.
Right.
And when you come back to get the kingdom, you got to now remember what happened when you left. It was destiny. When you came back, now you got to put that pride.
Pride to the side.
No, but you got to put that pride back and you balance that pride.
Okay.
You got to balance it. That ego. It's you got to balance it. If it's out of balance, if you get too high on the horse, that's when you start losing things.
Yeah, dang.
Perfect example. Not that I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, but just like P Diddy.
P Diddy was having a pit,
man. Diddy was doing, but Diddy
some baby oil,
man. But I'm just gonna say the only reason why I bring that up because this is where it goes deep at. Whatever he had in those videos to have the Homeland Security come out to his home, not the FBI, not the Homeland Security. That means somebody's children is on them tapes. One of them senators, somebody's daughter, somebody's child is on that tape. And he had the leverage, and he had to use that as leverage. And he said, no. So, whatever, but he did. Diddy had whatever he wanted. Diddy was cold. Diddy was a gangster. He thought he was with Frank Lucas and them for real. He thought he was there, but he was raised up by the Nicky Barnes and them. So
the baby oil.
I hate to see our brothers go through stuff like that. But that's when I'm talking about that ego.
You let your ego go too high.
When you get too far, you think you're much. You forget where you come from, or maybe
right.
Or you try to you take off that, you put that mask on, you try to soon the truth will come out.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so adamant about making sure that the steps I take now I don't make mistakes. I ain't 20 years. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put them childish things away. I had to now understand what my personal responsibilities are first, before I can go help anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
So making sure I have a roof over my head, making sure that my bills are straight. If I can go tell another man to come on, get strengthened.
Right.
But now that strengthens me to make sure I take care of my business. Listen. Yeah. So let me be the example. Let me set the example. So that's what we're doing. We building leaders to set the example for other brothers and sisters. It's like I said, since COVID, it's been something happened.
Since COVID, everything feel like it just changed. The world's getting more expensive. Right now, a lot of people ain't gonna say it, but I think we in a world. It's like it's depression. Like
to me, it goes deeper than that.
Way deeper than that,
but something happened. I'm looking at the overall. It's like it's just I don't know what it was, and then the vaccines, and it just was a lot that just over this. And we finally trying to get back into the group, but it's just something that changed. I just can't really put my finger on the
pedal,
but it's something. It's just something that just changed, and you've been making the adjustments to it, but it's weird to me. So, what are our final thoughts? Is there anything you would like to say to any of those young people or the people that's listening to you? What would be some advice that you would give them to people?
Always put yourself first. Don't ever put yourself last. No matter who around you.
Amen.
And a lot of people come in your life for a lesson or a blessing. You got to figure that out. And every connection is not going to last. So you got to cheers to people that come in and cheers to people that leave.
And I'll add to that. Never burn a bridge. You never know when you might have to cross it again.
Right.
And if you do burn the bridge, make sure that it's
completely burnt. And you can get over the feelings and not have that person in your life again.
Hey, like I said, breathing in the season, that's blessings and lessons. So now, I know you're probably not even a sports fan and nothing like that. So
I mean, I watch a little bit of sports, but here lately, like I work 2 jobs, so like I don't got time to like watch.
well, you could give us a your instant or your pick on who you think will win the championship.
Who I think. I mean,
Indiana or OKC.
I might go with OKC.
Yeah, they played their hearts out last night, man. They showed them who they really was. They exposed the Pacers last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see. It's just tied up now. We're gonna see how it goes. Mr. Gray, would you like to give us some of that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that you have?
Hey, he got me on this camera. You gotta say something.
Pacers in 6.
Pacers in 6. Now that might not. Hey, he called it last time. He called it over Cleveland last time, so I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But when they played last night, I don't know. They were a little exposed. But any final thoughts? Anything else you got working on? Anything else you working on? Or?
Not really. No. I mean, I got some motivational speeches too. I wrote, but them for another day.
What can they check you out at? Can they add you as a friend or check you out somebody?
I mean, I don't really do my. They can come check me out on June 19th.
June 21st.
June 21st. But
that's what's up. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is another episode of the New Legacy Podcast Show. I want to, again, come on down on June 21st to the Black Heritage Library and Multicultural Center, where we're going to be holding our Juneteenth Freedom Day celebration between 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, it's going to be awesome. We got Abre M performing. We have Juan Marley. We got Jess Marie. We got Alex Davis. We got Chris Caldwell. And the list goes on. Devon Stover. So please come on out. And also hashtag Virgo Jazz Quartet will be on the main stage. Family, fun, and freedom. Come on out. And don't forget about the sounds. And I can't say the sound. I'm gonna say the production. You see the whole production by itself. Productions by Brodsky production will be the news. The production will provide all the production, sound, and also visual for the event. So please come on out. Mason Chapel, AME Church's praise dancer will be on stage as well. If you're looking for a church home, please. If you're looking for a church home and come on some smaller church where the spirit runs through, come on down to Mason Chapel's AME Church, located at 845 Liberty Street here in Findlay, Ohio, 45840, where the pastor is Pastor Merle Robinson and First Lady Janice Robinson. Come on down. We'll surely be there to open the doors for you. Every Sunday at 11 a.m. is the Sunday service. Tuesday is the Men and Women's Fellowship Bible study classes, where the men's studies and women have their studies, and also they have the fellowship Bible study on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Also, come on out and check out the Black Heritage Library and Multicultural Center. The hours of operation are listed as. Mr. Gray, would you be honest?
3 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
And also, if you want to make an appointment, what's the number you want to call?
419-788-6794.
Come on out and learn about the culture, the heritage, and the library of love. Once again, I'm Jazz Man. This has been the New Legacy Podcast Show. New day, new life, new legacy.
Yes, pause.
That's it. Yeah, everything.
Pause now?
Yeah.
I mean, you get on it.
You know why?